Mm, Only Heather. Mm, Only Heather can make me feel this way. Mm. Oh, there you are. Hello, and welcome to Daniel's Infinite Playlist, and welcome to a new segment today where we're actually going to talk about classic album reviews. This is basically like the second series of this channel. And what does constitute a classic? You probably asking. Well, a classic could be basically like any album, like it could be released last year, or it could be released, like 20 years ago, or something like that. And it's mostly because I feel that a lot of album just gets slept on, a lot of music, I mean, and I think it's actually quite, it's quite nice to just look back into music that I have enjoyed, and then I hope that you can probably rediscover them and enjoy them as well. And if you haven't guessed from which merch I'm wearing, I'm going to talk about Wild Nothing's seminal masterpiece album Nocturne, which was released in 2012. And listening to this album is mostly like this. God, that's so good. So, what you could have guessed from, like those short little clips on how it is to listen to this album, it's a very rich and dreamy, synthy, and also very rocky album, and that is due to, its amazing background. But first, we're gonna check on the CD and its album art. Here it is. As you see, it's a very beautiful cover. It's actually a photography, like it's totally amazing, and the photography is made by excuse me, Sean Brackbill, but like the whole cover and everything, it's designed by the artist himself, Jack Tatum. And well, it has like a nice lyric book, like with different amalgamations of the other picture. And I also loved the moon cycle that is spread up on here. It's very telling of the album. But anyways, enough of the album art. Now we're gonna talk about the actual music and what I do love about this this album, and why I think it's such a classic to begin with. Well, a little background first. Jack Tatum just released his debut album Gemini as Wild Nothing, and that album was mostly consistent of very homely. I mean, it was consisted of just being made in his bedroom, and despite of its simple production, it was a very rich album, but he wanted to move away from that and just do a full-fledged studio album. And it was also his first time where he could actually work with a producer who just helped him, with ideas and bounce back from it. And the result is something very beautiful and grander in scope than Gemini ever was. And that's why I call it such a masterpiece, because it's amazing. It blends all of these genres in such a beautiful spectrum, like synth pop and like shoegaze and dream pop and all of that. But it sounds so distinctly him. It's so unique and original. There's basically no one that can ever ape his sound. And if you go to his live concerts, he still plays like a lot of the songs that he plays live come from this album Nocturne, and also his first album Gemini. So, and the lyrics, well, at first you you can't hear the lyrics, so you just mostly go with feeling, like what it makes you feel, and the mood of the music. But then if you just delve deeper and, you know, just listen to it, it actually becomes very clear. It's actually very sad and very, you know, like introspective lyrics, but there's also a certain type of dreaminess. For example, like in the song Paradise, which has a very, you know, just like a beautiful, meditative, and very, just like the name, it describes the song so well, and that's what I really appreciate about it. And it even it even has some great music videos as well. You have to check the music video for Paradise because it has Michelle Williams, and I was so surprised when I first saw it. I was kind of like, oh my god, Michelle Williams for a Wild Nothing video? That's crazy. And also the video for Only Heather is amazing as well. It's a very graphic depiction of what the song feels like. So, which grade do I give this album? Well, it's a perfect album, 10 out of 10. And as I said, this album just doesn't have any bad songs, and it's a very cozy, very amazing album that you just put, you know, like in the background, and then you just chill out, or well, you don't have to only chill out, or you can just dream away, you know, to his compositions. It's amazing to listen to in nighttime, but also in daytime as well. I think that's important as well, and I think you should listen to it because it's a very essential album for, you know, like indie rock, especially during that period of 2012 where indie rock was slowly shifting towards more urban sounding elements. And this album is just like in a small vacuum of all that. It's just very beautiful. And now we've come to the end of this review. If you like this, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. If you want to see it, you want to see some more of me. And as always, I'm gonna put the links, the artist links, you know, like where to listen, where to buy, down below. And yeah, this is the end. Enjoy music, enjoy life, people. Vi ses. Hej då!